What's up? My name's Sam Taggart, and I've knocked doors since I was 11 years old. I started selling magazines, then I did curb painting all through high school. Then I did alarms. 2008 was my first year there. Then I did all the way through 15, then solar for a couple years, and then trained door-to-door people for the last 8 years. So over 20-something years of door-to-door experience. And there's 4 principles I'm going to teach you, but I'm actually going to teach you through another friend of mine that I just met today for the second time. And I'm going to teach you these principles by showing you this guy. And this is a unique one, so pay attention. Because 3 years ago, we used to office out of a small little office in Draper, Utah. And lo and behold, this kid comes and knocks my door. Check him out.
Disabled Workers in Utah. It's a local organization for the blind and handicapped. Just doing a local drive today to help promote the blind and handicapped with the things they need.
And of course, this kid coming in on a wheelchair, he comes rolling into the office, B2B, door to door. And a dude that knocks the door that says door-to-door experts right there on the window in the business complex. And I don't even think he paid attention or realized. Of course, my staff comes in and grabs me and they say, "Sam, quick, there's a door-to-door guy here." And any door-to-door guy watching this, if another door-to-door guy comes and knocks your door, you better treat him like royalty, because you know what it's like getting your face kicked in over and over and over again. And so what's funny is I watch when somebody calls you or they knock your door-to-door people being dicks to other door-to-door people. I'm like, can you not empathize? So I made it a rule. I will buy whatever as long as you're a good salesman. So this kid comes in, "What you selling?" I said, "I'm gonna make you pitch me." And he pitches me. So check this out.
We have the 351-piece industrial kits. These here, they glow in the dark, OSHA approved. Have the important things for your local business as well as your home, like the eye wash, finger spread, CPR face mask, irritation ointment, stuff like that. Then we also have some promotional items for your local vehicle, like we have our emergency tire compressor. Those are 100% cordless. You don't have to worry about plugging them in anywhere. They have a flashlight on the end of them so you can see during the nighttime hours, as well as they do have a tire pressure setting. So during those nighttime hours, you don't have to worry about overfilling your tire with too much air, anything like that.
That's awesome. How much is it?
So we do have a lot of different promotional offers for these different items. What do you see here that catches your eye for your local business here?
In terms of the overall platform.
Not the tire thing. Everything but the tire thing.
Okay.
So
I can get that for you. There's one, and we do have a special going on these today. It is totally up to you, but special that we have running on our 351-piece local first aid kits. They're 1 for $80, 2 for $150. So you actually save yourself $10 on the second industrial kit today with our promotional offer.
the PowerPoints that you guys have,
That's
we're
it?
gonna
Yeah.
build those in.
Can I get 2 of them?
Yes.
Unbelievable, bought some first aid kits. Well, now, July 2024, 3 years later, you can tell I have long hair. He's a little older. Looks like he's growing some facial hair. He comes and knocks my door in Sandy, Utah, a different business complex. And how do I know he's straight cold knocking? He's not headhunting door-to-door experts. Is because I watch him roll over to the next door and the next business and the next business. So the real question is, principle number 1. Shame on you if you've got a kid in a wheelchair knocking more doors than you. And he has to go to 100+ business cold calls, which is harder to get between business to business, harder to get decision makers, yet he's doing 100+ business cold calls a day and he's in a wheelchair. Yet you're making excuses. It's hot, it's cold, it's this, it's that. So principle number 1 is, do you knock enough doors? And then asked him, I said, "How long you been doing this?" He says, 7 years. I know because he knocked my door 3 years ago. So I want to get into the pitch. So pay attention, because I made him pitch me. And I'm going to teach you the other principles through his pitch, his 7 years plus my 20+ years of how I can teach you to become a better door-to-door sales professional. So number 1, are you a door-to-door rep that doesn't knock? Or are you a door-to-door rep that knocks it lights out over and over and over again? Because the biggest problem I watch in door-to-door salespeople is they start out hot, but 7 years in, do they still do the fundamentals of knocking the doors? And on this, I want you to pay attention to his memorized script. Meaning 7 years in, he's not breaking fundamentals. He looks at me and smiles when the script says to smile. Pay attention to that. He looks at me, memorized the thing, despite my response. He is trained to upsell. He is trained to go in. So watch this.
I want to thank you guys again for the opportunity here in Salt Lake County, because I was made aware today we're actually doing a pledge here locally. We're actually doing a pledge here locally in Salt Lake County because so far to be able to provide employment for our individuals here in Salt Lake County, for people with challenges with disabilities, as well as people with vision and blindness. We've been able to raise $3,000 here locally in proceeds here in Salt Lake County. Our total cost here locally for our average organization goal once a year during our summer drive here locally in Salt Lake County is a total of $5,200. So with everybody being great contributors here locally throughout our Salt Lake County organization as proud sponsorships here in the area, we are only a total of $2,200 even away from our commercial and remainder proceeds here locally in Salt Lake County. And then what we are doing as a pledge, gift, and donation in return on our organization, with you guys being proud sponsorships, is we are offering you guys a free gift for getting us to the remainder of our commercial contractor and commercial proceeds as companies. And the free gifts that we offer for our companies is we have a free commercial contractor broom with a dustpan.
So check this out. You're probably wondering, what the heck? This guy's stumbling all over his words. What am I learning from this? The real thing is I'm there. He comes to pitch me. And guess what I'm doing? I'm in the middle of training all my new hire sales team. And I pause my new hire onboarding and I listen to his 20-minute pitch. And you want to know why? Because he made it about a bigger why. Too many door-to-door salespeople don't know how to make the selling bigger than them, bigger than pest, bigger than solar. And they make it about the actual feature instead of why the feature. Why am I even out here? And if your cause is not greater than just, I'm here to make an extra buck, maybe it's an extra buck to go to school. Maybe it's an extra buck to feed my family. Maybe it's an extra buck to go to helping kids with disability. What I'm saying is, if you don't have a bigger reason that individual, the consumer, gets to buy into, and that you, as the sales rep, get to buy into, it's going to be a short-lived career. So I want you to go take a second to say, what's your why, and how do you bring your why into your pitch? This kid's inspiring other kids with disabilities. He's helping for 7 years fund and fundraise the community efforts that it goes to help provide jobs and opportunities for kids with disabilities. So do you think me and him are more motivated to say yes and for him to get off his ass, stay on his ass in a wheelchair and actually go knock? Heck yes. Because you're being selfish and making it too much about the commission. So have a greater why and incorporate that into your drive and into the pitch. Now, let's keep going.
We do have our certified safety and display boxes. These glow in the dark, and they have everything provided in Salt Lake County and certified by OSHA, like eye wash, finger splints, CPR face covering, as well as our bee sting protection kit.
Okay, so he's explaining the features. So a good rep talks about features, okay? A great rep talks about benefits. You know what the problem is the most subpar sales reps is they're lazy and they haven't figured out what we call the benefits chart. So we're going to call this the customer. And what I'm going to do is I want you guys to dive in to where you're like, hey, if I have an old person that I'm selling to, if I have a new move-in that I'm selling to, if I have a young family that I'm selling to, if I have a just retired salesperson, if I have a single person that I'm selling to, I know how my features benefit differently in these scenarios, in each of my products or in each of my services, okay? And so I want you to watch how he doesn't just tell you, here's what comes in it. It glows in the dark feature. Watch what he does.
They made us aware in the industry of your company for the areas of your office, the commercial warehouse spaces, as well as the fleet vehicle areas. We are able to provide our certified safety and display cases in all three of those areas because they do exceed the requirements provided here in Salt Lake County, and that's a big thing with your support. We actually do got a great promotion. Now, when we did our Proud Business meeting, they made us aware to save you guys money in the industry as proud sponsors and to help help us as members in our Salt Lake County organization. They made us aware we're able to provide our display cases in 3 different quantities, and a certified quantity and display case of 4. We're able to provide them in a certified quantity and display case of 8, or we are able to provide them in a certified quantity and display case of 12 for our companies here locally in Salt Lake County with your help and support. The most popular boxes this afternoon for us here locally in our sponsored organization for the warehouse spaces, the office, as well as the fleet vehicle areas have been our certified display cases of 8 and our display cases of 12 for the commercial areas.
Love how he's closing at the highest package, selling in bulk.
And Salt Lake County.
How much is
See the smile?
Sure. I can I can put that together here for you.
So one of the things that he went into a little bit of how the fire department, how the state safety zone wanted to actually have you to have these because if something were to happen. But what I would have done, one thing different, and this is where I think I would have given him some feedback, was how does he even go deeper and deeper and deeper? He might have asked a question like, hey, how many employees do you have here? Okay. Do any of them have disabilities? Okay. Do you ever do anything active here? Oh, you host events. Okay. So we have a sales boot camp. We're bringing 40, 50 random people. Did they sign a waiver? No. Okay. So you're doing events. Do you ever have anybody stand up on that stage or do anything where they're moving? Yeah. Okay. What if somebody gets hurt? Do you have the ample certificate? Like now he's like, okay, now you don't have a liability waiver. They get hurt. Like how much could that cost you if they were to sue you? What do you have in prevention? And do you even know where the first aid kit is right now? If we hang this on the wall, where do you think a good spot would be to hang it on the wall? What about right here? And all of a sudden he starts to paint this picture. That is what makes the difference between a good sales rep where he went in and a great sales rep that knows how to talk about the benefits. And so many people talk and talk and talk like he is, and they don't ask and ask and ask like I do. And that would be the difference between guys making maybe 50, 60 grand a year and the guys making $500,000, $600,000 a year, is they really know how to cater in those benefits. So now he's just jumping right into price. One thing he wasn't afraid of is selling in bulk. So we're going to dive in and see how he's going to bring up price. But I want you to watch what happens because I ask a buying question. Well, how much is it? He goes, well, here's a couple options. And he goes into close and watch.
Okay. So the 4 with you being a great contributor here in our sheet here in Salt Lake County, it just comes out to a grand total.
So do I close?
4 of them here locally in Salt Lake County with you being a great contributor. It just comes out to a total of $320 even with you being a great contributor here in Salt Lake County, and that comes provided with our commercial and display case of 4 of our certified safety boxes.
Notice how his tone stays high energy when to go to close. You notice how he smiled a little bit, or he's attempting to smile, because he wants to get excited when it's time to close, where most people get afraid of it when it's time to close.
And then let me see what would it be for the box of 8 here. Okay, and for the box of 8, just before tax, you're locally in Salt Lake County here locally with your support. It just comes out to a grand total. It just comes out to a grand total of $598 even, and that comes provided with 8 of our certified safety and display cases for your sales, commercial and recruiting company here locally in Salt Lake County, and I want to thank you for that.
Did you hear what he just said right there? I want to thank you for that. Meaning I assumed you're getting 8. He didn't ask, which one do you want? He didn't ask, do you want to do the 4 or the 8? He simply said, I want to thank you for that. So rewind that one more time. Let's replay this. Listen to this. Listen to this. Always be closing.
I want to thank you for that. You know, I was actually doing a proud business meeting with our with the CFO of the organization this morning, and you know, he asked me what are some of my biggest achievements that I've been able to make in the organization, and I told him, if I'm being quite honest, it's my social fear that I was able to overcome. You know, I used to have a very big social fear of communicating with others on a direct business call, but as you guys allowed me to present the organization and myself as an individual, you guys helped me grow tremendously in the sales industry, and I want to thank you guys for that, because that was a big step for me to be able to overcome that.
So good.
Single option, or is it just in the
So then one of my employees is like, do you have a single option just to get one?
Provide them in the single option as well, but to save you guys money, they say that it is best that we provide them in the certified cases of 4, 8, or 12. because
So
they say
good.
when you provide them
To save you money.
in a single case of one, if we sell them just by individually, they say that it is about a $15 difference. So they say that it is best that we provide them in.
And he says they say, so I'm not the bad guy. They say. So good.
In our organization.
Can I see that?
Sure.
Can I get 8? Do you see the smile? And then I say, can I get 8? Okay, wait, pause. Can I get 8 of them is what I say. Ready? Watch. Watch what he does.
Sam, can I grab one of those?
Yeah, I was like, I'll give him.
And
I'll get 8.
And I do have one question for you, sir. Because in the sponsored organization, to provide employment for our individuals here in our Salt Lake County and commercial sponsor organization, today with your help and support, we are an even $399 away, even from the remainder of proceeds with your help and support in Salt Lake County to provide employment for people with challenges and disabilities. And with that being said, here in Salt Lake County, is there one more thing on our production line in the industry of your company that we might be able to mention that would catch your eyes to help you in your everyday business and to sponsor us here in Salt Lake County?
I think I'm good with just the 8 boxes. Is that cool?
Sure. Now it's totally optional to you here locally in the sponsored organization, but I was just made aware in the industry
Watch
of our
this.
sponsored Salt Lake County organization, because you have been a great contributor in your everyday and commercial company, and because these safety boxes in our line have been very popular. With your sponsorship of 8 of them here locally in Salt Lake County, we do only have just 3 of them left. With your help and support, with us having just 3 of those
Urgency.
left here locally in the industry of your everyday and commercial company here locally and in your sales and recruiting company, do you see yourself, if we're able to give you the additional and customized promotion included with those other with the 3 additional safety boxes, do you see that being something that would catch your eyes in the industry of your everyday business?
Ask for more. Meaning.
So that would be a total of with you being a great contributor here locally in the sponsored organization.
With you being a great contributor.
That would be an exact count of 11 boxes, and that's the last count we have on our assembly line. That would actually be including this one here, because this one just came off of our assembly line. But we have this one here, and then we have our fresh wrapped in assembly line of 10 outside in the van.
Okay, I'll get all 11.
Sure. Thanks again for your support today.
Love it. Boom! Closes me at 11. I wanted 4. I ended up with 11 first aid kits, shipping them to Africa with my uncle that are going on a container right now. So like, why not? Doing something good. But here's the thing. Did I buy the first aid kits because I needed the first aid kits? Yeah, they're great. I'm going to keep 2 in the office. It's great. I don't need 11. But he wasn't afraid to close me on 11. So what's so interesting is we get in our own way. What I mean by this is so many times we're afraid and we sell ourselves out because we think that they're not going to want to buy. They can't afford it. Like I'm bugging them. He never one broke character, smiled and said, thank you so much for supporting. Of course, you're going to get the 8. And then upsold me 3 more. And ended up with $1,000 of first aid kits. And so what's interesting is he did number 5, which is called Share Your Vision. Because what you don't realize in door to door is people buy you way more than they buy your product or the company. They don't care about pest control. They don't care about swim window cleaning. They don't care about turf. They don't care about whatever you're selling. They care that they're supporting you, and most people realize this guy's out there hustling his butt off. This guy's sweating his balls off. This guy's out there doing something hard that most people probably wouldn't do. And once you can create connection with them and say, I'm a good guy, like you're a good guy. If I can make this even remotely make sense, like you do it just because you like me. And what's crazy is when you start to realize what he just did to me, you can also do, and you don't have to have a disability and you don't have to do a sympathy close. You just have to do the same fundamentals of what he's doing, which is he's out there doing it. He's 100 reps. Does everybody say no? He probably gets made fun of. He probably gets weird looks. He probably gets office girls being like, what the hell, who's this guy? Not us, we're door-to-door people. Then he explains why. He said, here's what drives me. I want to help give back to the community. He explains the features and could have done a better job at the benefits. He was closing and assuming the sale and building urgency by saying limited offers. He's saying, I'll give you a special. He's not afraid to ask for the sale, where most sales professionals They go through the entire pitch and they're afraid to freaking get a no. They're afraid to ask for an upsell. The worst I could say would have been, no, let's just do the 4. And he would have been like, great. But at least he went for the 11 because he would have never known he could have got 11 had he not asked. And then he shares his vision. You know, one thing that I love about you and your contribution is you're supporting me in my fear of social anxiety. And it's been really cool to watch myself over 7 years adapt. And you've inspired me through that. And he shares this like emotional connection with me to where I'm like, wow, you just melted my heart. Again, they're buying you first, then the product and the company. And if you don't build that connection between the customer, you're going to forfeit a lot of deals. So check it. I just showed you this because I knocked doors since I was 11. I told you this at the beginning. I sold golf balls. I sold magazines. I sold chips. I sold lemonade. I've sold so many things. ShamWows, Quick Chopper 2000s, knives. Guys, you name it. Like I've sold a lot of things. And I've realized over the 20-something years of sales and training now thousands of sales professionals through our masterminds, our events, our online education that we have. You guys watching this video, I have hundreds and hundreds of videos. So here's the thing. We've noticed too many sales people aren't sales professionals and they're too afraid to get outside their comfort zone and just simply go after these things. So I want you to do an extra step. I want you to book a call with me. I want you to go schedule a call where we can get on the phone and we can actually talk through maybe some of your challenges. We can say, why aren't you being super successful building your team? Why do you have a team of knockers that maybe you're in a wheelchair? Why is it hard for you to go find veteran sales guys? Why is it hard for you to build a culture of success? Why is it hard to get yourself off the couch? You don't need to make this that hard. And what I want to show you is everything good comes behind some discomfort, but now it's just getting comfortable with the uncomfortable to where just your day is normal. And knocking 100 doors isn't that crazy. 7 years in, he's like, that's just what I do. It's just who I am. And you guys could do the same because I guarantee this kid's making bank. And the question is, if he can do it and he's willing to do it, why aren't you? So here to support, like I said, click the link, schedule a call with us. Let's walk through like how we can help you improve because I'm here to coach and I have a team of experts that are here to help you as well. So hopefully you got some value out of this. We'll see you guys on the next video.